Another episode of my Pokemon Battle series, The School of Hard Knocks. Throughout this episode, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Battle Spot ladder, playing the Championship Battle rules, which are the current VGC 2017 rule set. So, I was going to upload a video yesterday, so just a little brief, quick apology for that. I kind of fell sick again, so if I'm a bit subdued today, commentating over the battles, that's why I'm still kind of getting over that. So, hopefully I'll be back on my feet properly in the next few days, but I did want to try and get a video out as soon as possible for everyone. So we'll jump straight onto the ladder, and I'm excited to announce we have a new team to play with. So I put this together, this new team of Talonflame, Garchomp, Alolan Marowak, Kartana, Alolan Ninetales, and Milotic. So since we bumped into like 1,000,001 people last week on the episodes using Ninetales, I thought I'd jump on the bandwagon. But no, in all seriousness, it did fit into the team quite nicely. Obviously, Talonflame's quite a new addition to the team. And that's mainly because of all the Kartana and the Ninetales. And Talonflame provides Tailwind support. It outspeeds both those threats. Just those two alone. It obviously hits a lot of other things, a lot of other Pokemon super effectively as well. Anyway, we'll get into that a bit later. We've got our first opponent, and they are running a team of Alolan Muk, Tapu-less, Tapu-Koko, Torkoal, Pelipper, and Mudsdale. So they got double weather with Torkoal and Pelipper. They've got double Tapus in Tapu-Koko and Tapu-less. So what are we going to do here? I think. Well, we're going to have to bring the Garchomp because it hits the Muk and the Torkoal for super effective damage. Also deals with the Tapu-Koko quite nicely. I think we're going to need Kartana as well. But how are we going to lead this? He's got no Intimidate, so we don't need to worry about that. I think I might lead Talonflame, Kartana, Garchomp, and Marowak in the back, and we'll go with that. And we'll see how this starts for the first battle. Yeah, so I was sick over the Christmas and New Year, and then I thought I was kind of over it. I had like a nice week period where I was feeling like a human again, and then over the weekend I really got slammed with another bout of flu, so I'm still not feeling like 100%, but I'm able to kind of put this together at least anyway. So as I say, I probably will stumble through these battles, but hopefully you can bear with me and they're alright anyway. So my opponent leads off with Tapu-less and Pelipper, activating the Rain and the Psychic Terrain. So that's going to stop my Talonflame from getting any attacks off anyway onto the Pelipper. But what I think I might do here is just taunt the Pelipper and go for a Smart Strike into the Tapu-less, just to stop any potential Tailwinds being set up, because I could see the Pelipper going for a Tailwind straight away here, and we do get the taunt off onto the Pelipper. Hopefully it does go for the Tailwind. Smart Strike's gone into the Protect on the Lele, and the Pelipper actually goes straight for a Hurricane, so sees right through that Protect and get some decent damage off with a critical hit and picking up the Confusion on my Kartana, which is a bit unfortunate. What can we do here? So they're still threatening the Tapu-less, but the Pelipper is a bit of an issue. I wonder if I could just double into the Pelipper to get rid of it, because it's likely that the Lele might just switch out, and we know that the Pelipper can't really switch, so I think I'm just going to Brave Bird and hope I don't hit myself in Confusion and just double into the Pelipper. And my opponent switches out the Lele, brings in the Mudsdale. So as long as I don't hit myself in Confusion here, we should take the Pelipper out. Obviously I can use Brave Bird on the Pelipper because it's not a grounded Pokemon, it's not affected by the Psychic Terrain. Come on, Cortana, hit through the confusion. Cortana gets Leaf Blade off, so that's great. That's a nice start. So we get rid of the Pelipper. So we're 4-3 up already. And get a nice Beast Boost. We still got to worry about that confusion now, because that's not ideal. And here comes the Tapu Koko. Now what I might do is I'm going to set a Tailwind up with my Talonflame, and I'm going to switch in my Marowak for my Cortana. Hopefully that'll prevent and take any electric type attacks off of the Tapu Koko. The discharge could be likely with him having Mudsdale out in the field, but the Tapu Koko is just going to protect here. So we'll get a free Tailwind up, which is really nice. And the Mudsdale's just going to go for the Rock Slide. Fortunately, my Talonflame avoids it, and it goes into the Marowak. So we still need to be careful here, because that Mudsdale can obviously pick up the KO onto the Marowak, or we could go for another Rock Slide and pick up the KO onto the Talonflame. What I might do here is bring in my Garchomp and then attack and Boomerang into the Tapu Koko slot. Because he can't protect his Tapu Koko again. Well, he can, but it's obviously a risk of it failing consecutive turns in a row. So the Tapu-lele comes in here. It's going to take a Boomerang from the Marowak. But this should put it into Poison Jab range on my Garchomp anyway. Mudsdale protects, which is nice. And we get the Boomerang off onto the Tapu-lele. And it does alright damage. It's respectable damage anyway. So, what we could do here, actually, just to cover ourselves, I think what I'll do is, should I double into the Mudsdale? Risky though if he doesn't protect the Tapu-lele, because he can just take out either Pokemon. But he is playing quite defensively at the minute. I'm not going to risk it. I don't need to. I'm just going to Tectonic Rage into the Mudsdale, get as much damage on that as possible, and Shadowbone into the Lele. So no Protector coming out here, so we should pick up the KO on the Lele, and we should do decent damage onto this Mudsdale with the Tectonic Rage. Yeah, that does a nice chunk of damage to the Mudsdale. We get the Shadowbone off into the Lele. Should kill. Yeah, that's great. And you see Mudsdale with the high horsepower into the Garchomp. Okay. So that's the rain stopped. And we've still got one turn of Tailwind left, I think. So I think what I'll do here is I'll Earthquake and then switch in my Talonflame to kind of just cover myself, so I can set another Tailwind up the following turn. Ooh, actually I can't, because Talonflames... I'm still going to switch the Talonflame in here. Alright, he doesn't go for the Protect, so we just get the Earthquake straight off. And this should pick up the KO on both. Yeah. So, nice and easy win. if my opponent protected the Tapu Koko there and he's Mudsdale, it might have got a bit more difficult, but we still had 4 Pokemon, so we could have had a way to claw ourselves back. But that's regardless, doesn't matter, we pick up the first win, so that's nice. I did have some matches, obviously, before starting this episode on BattleSpot, just to kind of get a little feel for the team, so... And it is quite fun. I've got no Tapus in there, which is a first, so... But I've got some surprises in the team, which hopefully will kind of come to light as we go through these episodes anyway. So we'll jump straight into our second match. And hopefully we find an opponent pretty quickly. I don't know if I put any music on last time, but we'll go for the league title defense. I do tend to like that one. Hopefully we can kind of climb up the ladder and see how far we can get with this team. It'd be nice to see us get at least into the 1800s for a change. We had a bit of a disaster last time. So we got a second opponent from the United States, Sleepy, and he is running a team of Arcanine, Tapu Fini, Alolan Muk, Kartana, Gastrodon, and Porygon Z. So this looks very much like the Decision Park team. So I do like Milotic here. Obviously it will struggle against that Gastrodon, but we do have our own Kartana. I think I will need Garchomp for the Muk and the Arcanine, and then I also need to be careful with that Porygon Z. Let's think. Okay, so what I'm going to do... Will he lead off with the Arcanine? I'm going to lead off Milotic Kartana. I'm going to have Garchomp in the back, and I think I will bring... What can my last one be? What do I need? Don't really need Talonflame, to be honest. Ninetales could be nice, but I think I'll go with Alolan Marowak. Just for switching, if that Porygon Z starts spamming, I don't know, normal type attacks, it'd be a nice switching for it. That's my only thinking at the minute. My brain is definitely not working very well today, so... Anyway, let's get into this match with Sleepy. Exactly how I'm feeling right now. He's going to lead off with the Arcanine and the Porygon Z, and we're going to lead off with our Milotic and Kartana. So we'll get the competitive boost on our Milotic, and interestingly enough, to kind of protect the Kartana in this sort of situation, I decided to scarf my Milotic. Did the boost even activate there? Or have I got the wrong Milotic? No. I'm just not really paying attention. So what I'm going to do is Scald into the Arcanine. But then again, you could just bring in the Kartana. You could just bring in the Gastrodon in that slot, which wouldn't be great. So just to cover myself in that respect, I'm gonna Leaf Blade into Porygon Z, just in case he does do that. No, so he's just gonna Hyper Beam. And ruin our strategy completely. That's where we should have switched in the Marowak. We're gonna Leaf Blade in, and then we're gonna lose the Kartana as well. So yeah, good start to this match. I think this one might be quite a quick one. Poor Kartana. So Kartana is going to go down to the Inferno Overdrive. And we are down 4-2 quite quickly, which is not great. So we've got Marowak and Garchomp against the world. Let's see if they can actually pull something out. So I don't think my opponent's got actually anything that can resist. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is go for a Tectonic Rage into the Arcanine slot, and I'm going to Flare Blitz into the Porygon Z slot, because you can't switch that out, so we should pick up the KO on that, and then anything that switches in on the Arcanine slot we should do a nice chunk of damage to. So it will be the Tapu Fini. Going to set up the Misty Surge. Porygon Z has to recharge. We'll get the Tectonic Rage onto the Fini. This should do a nice chunk of damage. And I'd imagine it's a Specs Fini, so it won't have any berries or leftovers. So we should do, I don't know how much it'll do. It should do a good 75% minimum, I would have thought. Yeah. A nice chunk of damage. So we should pick up the KO onto the Porygon Z. Then I imagine the Arcanine might come back in here just for the Intimidate support. But we'll see. Arcanine comes back in. So what I'm going to do, I am going to just protect my Marowak and go for an Earthquake, which should pick up the KO on the Fini and do a nice chunk of damage to the Arcanine. Because I don't think that Fini will be able to protect. If it is a Choice Specs one, it won't have that option, so we should just pick up the KO on it, and we should be outspeeding it with our Chomp. And this is the first time I've used Chomp all season, which is so weird because it's such a strong Pokemon in the metagame. I kind of chose Crocodile over it in most situations before just because of the Intimidate support, but I haven't got as much Intimidate support. I've got no Intimidate support on this team, but I don't really feel as though I need it as much. And Garchomp just offers so much more offense, and just it's got better resistances than Crocodile. So for that's one reason I choose it this time around. Anyway, we pick up the KO onto the Fini. And we'll see what my opponent's last Pokemon is. And it is the Muk. So that is nice. Now I am running quite a fast Marowak. So I'm wondering if I can get a Boomerang off onto this Muk before it can get an attack off. I wonder what would be... It's probably better to activate the Muk's berry because it's going to have the Figgy berry. So I'm just going to hopefully get a Boomerang off into the Muk. Activate that berry and then put it... Yeah, so the Arcanine goes for the Flare Blitz into the Garchomp. I am faster, so I do get the Boomerang off onto the Muk. And will I activate the berry? Yeah. And the Muk probably knock off into the Marowak, yeah, which should pick up the KO. Oh, I survive. Well, that's pretty huge. So I'm again just going to Earthquake into everything and just protect with my Garchomp. Yeah. He's probably going to double into the Garchomp this turn. I'd imagine a knockoff and a Flare Blitz possibly into the Garchomp. But Garchomp should be able to take it quite nicely, both the attacks. Just got to worry about a Will-O-Wisp from the Arcanine if it does have it, which will make things a bit more difficult. So the Arcanine goes for the Protect. Marowak protecting. We should get... and the Muk just protects. So that was a bit of a dead turn. can I do here? I really want an Earthquake, but I don't really want to just sack my... I think what I might do is Poison Jab into the Arcanine and then Boomerang into the Muk again. Because that means that Arcanine really has to target down the Marowak. And if we get another Boomerang off into the Muk, that should put it into Earthquake range from my Garchomp. Or near enough anyway. So Arcanine goes for an extreme speed. It does actually not too bad damage, really. Muk goes for the Shadow Sneak into the Marowak. And we go for the Poison Jab, which isn't really going to do very much at all into the Arcanine. So I could have really went for the Earthquake there. I'm just going to go for the Earthquake, to be honest. It could get a bit dicey now, because if he goes for the priority attacks, he might have enough actually to take down the Garchomp before I can take them both down, because they're so bulky. I doubt a single Earthquake now is not going to kill either of them, so it's going to take 2 Earthquakes. So depending on what my opponent does, it would be very close. But you never know, we might crit our way to a victory. Arcanine's going to protect. I'm guessing the Muk will, no. So the Muk might be going for a Poison Jab to pick up a poison onto the Chomp just to get some additional damage. So hopefully another Earthquake will pick up the... So he gets a knockoff. Oh, and a crit. And that definitely does not help us. Because that, I think, puts us in range for a Shadow Sneak and Extreme Speed KO from both these, which is very unfortunate, because I think without the crit there we would have been able to take that combination. Yeah. And the Shadow Sneak will come out and pick up the KO. So that's a bit unfortunate, but these things happen. I didn't have the best start to the match, so I was quite lucky to kind of get it to this far, to this point anyway. So we're 1-1 on day 1 of season 2 of the ladder. I hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. There have been some interesting matches. Hopefully as we go through this week, I will be back tomorrow with another episode. Hopefully my brain's working a little bit better tomorrow and I'm feeling a bit more myself. But as we go through the episodes, I'll explain the team as we go along, and hopefully it's little texts and things that'll make some sense to you. But it seems like it's going to be quite fun to use, so it'll be interesting to see how far we can take it up the ladder. Anyway, guys, I will let you go, and thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have enjoyed the episode, leave a like down below. If you've got any questions about the episode or anything you'd like to see included in the episodes, just leave a comment and I will get back to you. But until tomorrow, take care and I will see you then. Bye bye.